Okay. All right. Good morning. Thank you to everyone here with us in person in our nation's capital. And for those of you watching from home, thanks for tuning in. We are in Washington, D.C. for the San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce's annual delegation trip to our capital. Our group of 140 business and civic leaders from San Diego and Baja California is here with one mission: to advance the issues critical to the success of our region. The delegates have a packed agenda covering topics such as housing, infrastructure, border efficiency, disaster preparedness, tourism, and healthcare. Over the next 3 days, we will have the opportunity to meet with federal government officials, agency representatives, and policymakers to enhance understanding and advance policy that creates the best environment for San Diego businesses and neighborhoods to thrive. These in-person meetings make a real impact, especially when we have a group of 140 delegates from both sides of the border coordinated and aligned in telling San Diego's story. With such a large, diverse group, we're not just telling our nation's leaders that these issues are important to the region, we're showing them who it matters to and why. San Diego is about as far as you can get from our nation's capital. The Chamber comes back to Washington every year to advocate for the business community and to ensure that San Diego's business community remains a priority regardless of distance. As the voice of San Diego's business community, the Chamber is committed to ensuring that our region's needs are heard at the highest levels of government. This visit comes at a pivotal moment at the beginning of a new administration, when priorities are being set, policies are taking shape, and key decisions are being made that will impact our region for years to come. With new leadership in the White House and changes in Congress, now is the time to engage, to advocate, and build relationships that will help us drive economic growth, enhance cross-border trade, and advance the infrastructure and regulatory policies that keep our businesses thriving. San Diego has a unique and vital role in the national economy. Our binational ties, innovation economy, and military presence make us a key player in shaping the future of business and trade. This trip gives us the opportunity to showcase our region's strengths, push for solutions to our challenges, and secure the support we need to continue building a prosperous and resilient San Diego. While our representatives do great advocacy work for our region, there are other agencies that need to hear directly from us. This week, we are not just participants, we are catalysts for action. The strength of our delegation demonstrates the power of a unified voice. By showing up, engaging in these critical conversations, and making our priorities clear, we are shaping the policies that will define the future of our region. The Cali-Baja region is not just a section on the map, it's a powerhouse of innovation, commerce, and cross-border collaboration. Our businesses, our people, and our economy matter on the national stage. And through this delegation, we make sure Washington knows it. With that, I would now like to introduce San Diego City Council President Joe LaCava. The Chamber is grateful to have his continued dedication to our mission in making the San Diego region the best place to live and work. Thank you for joining us on our mission to Washington, D.C. Council President, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Jessica, and thank you for your leadership, and thank you to all the employees at the Chamber for the good work they do every day. I too will say good morning and thank you all for joining us. As Jessica said, I'm Joe LaCava. I am the San Diego City Council President, Vice Chair of the SANDAG Board of Directors, and the representative for San Diego's District 1 communities. I'm honored to be part of this year's San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce delegation to Washington, D.C. In this current climate, this annual convening to support San Diego's economy, infrastructure, housing affordability, and communities more important than ever. This is our opportunity to be united as we engage with federal leaders, advance key regional priorities, and strengthen San Diego's position on the national stage. San Diegans are counting on us to represent and uplift our city and regional needs. Families, workers, small business owners, big business, all San Diegans need our leadership in securing federal support. This delegation represents a broad coalition of regional leaders to advocate for policies and fundings that ensure San Diego remains a hub for innovation, trade, and urban growth. We will center discussion on topics that directly affect our region, like border trade efficiency, transportation improvements, cost of living, and federal funding for regional projects like the Lausanne corridor improvements. As a binational region, San Diego businesses rely on a strong cross-border relations with Mexico. We will advocate for continued investment in border infrastructure, including the Otay Mesa East port of entry, which is critical for trade and economic prosperity. As a national leader in life sciences, biotech, and clean energy innovation, we will push for policies to promote and safeguard our research funding and help us further develop our workforce in STEM fields. With our unhoused population and those at risk of falling into homelessness, we will push to sustain critical funding that keeps our seniors housed, builds affordable housing, and supports behavioral health solutions. As Jessica mentioned, with San Diego on the West Coast, 2,300 miles from Washington, we will join with our legislators to ensure San Diego voices are heard by federal agencies. In closing, I'm grateful for the collaboration of business and civic leaders working to represent our region's interest. Together, we can and will make a strong case for San Diego's continued success and prosperity. And with that, I have the honor of introducing the state of Baja California Congresswoman, Ana Santana.
Thank you, Joe, for introducing me. My name is Erika Santana, Federal Congresswoman for Baja. I'm here as a native of Tijuana, but also as a spokesperson for the region of the Cali-Baja area, which is huge in economic force and a thriving community that I hope it will continue after our advocacy is heard here in Washington. I will go back to Mexico City this Wednesday morning after being enriched, after hearing you and everyone. We have a great task ahead of us, which is to turn into an opportunity, which right now is uncertainty. If we, in this meeting, make a strong dialogue for giving the tools or infrastructure for the industry or the maquila as a region, not as a country, not as a state, but as a region, I'm sure we can, again, come as an attractive place to bring down the investment we want in the nearshoring that we were hoping to get, and now it seems in uncertainty. Also, in these tables of dialogue, we are hoping to strengthen the projects that were going to help and will help our community on the sewage water treatment and all of the ecologic problems that are affecting both nations. We need infrastructure, we need education, but we need mostly two nations, two states working together. We have many problems, but also a lot of strength. And I'm sure everyone that is from this region knows how hardworking is the community, the commerce, the industry, the biotechnology, the medical tourism, the industry in aerospace, in automobiles, in all of the things that we have. Also, in all of the agriculture we produce jointly, we are a great, great area. It could even compare to a big nation compared to Europe, and we can make it stronger. And I'm sure we are resilient, but if we work together, we can make it better and overcome all of these challenges that we're facing as two nations, but as a region, one region. And I thank you very much for this opportunity. And I'm now going to introduce San Diego Councilwoman Marnie Van Wilpert. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Congresswoman. Hello, my name is Marnie Van Wilpert. I represent San Diego City Council in the 5th District, everywhere from Scripps Ranch to Rancho Bernardo to Colorado Mountain and beyond. I'm very honored to be here with the San Diego Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for your leadership in bringing us to Washington, D.C. in these very challenging and uncertain times, let me be clear. The decisions Washington, D.C. makes will and are having profound effects on San Diego's regional economy. We are a hub for biotech and life science innovation, and our universities are already facing cuts from NIH, which may disable their ability to produce life-saving cancer treatments, disease prevention, vaccines. Our museum and tourism industry is already facing cuts that may have to shutter their research institutions and their doors. We have heard from defense contractors who are facing retaliatory tariffs from China based on the tariffs that are coming out of Washington, D.C. We are not going to sit idle. We're going to make sure San Diego has a voice here in Washington because we want to work with our federal government. We want San Diego's voice to be heard, to show what we bring to this nation as a binational region. The trade between Mexico and San Diego is an incredible source of economic wealth for our entire Baja region. We want to make sure that Washington, D.C. understands that and knows that. We want to make sure that our voices are heard, our businesses can thrive. I thank the Chamber for bringing us together from all spectrums of life. All 140 of us are here across political parties, across business sectors, across civic engagements, united with one voice to make sure Washington, D.C. knows that San Diego is here. We need Washington, D.C.'s help, and we want to work together to continue to make our economy thrive. So we can't do this alone. We're here joined with many regional leaders, and I'm very pleased and honored to introduce a friend and colleague, Mayor Ron Morrison from National City.
All right, well, we come here to Washington, D.C., and the question is, we've had some speakers here making excellent points, and you bring all these points together, but why are we coming here? And the reality is, I think we know as elected officials, as community leaders, the people that have their voices as close to our ears as possible, they get more attention. And so here we are from San Diego region, 3,000 miles away. And I will just pick on a community. We got Alexandria, which is just 5 miles from here on the Virginia side. Who gets the most voice here in Washington, D.C.? Who gets the most ear in Washington, D.C.? It's those that are present. And so by us making our presence known here, by us taking our issues, taking our different challenges, taking our concerns, and bringing them here to Washington, D.C., we get to have that voice also. And it's not, this is great that we get to come here with the Chamber. We need to be coming here more and more often. But we're really thankful how the Chamber has brought so many people together here, so many different concerns, so many different things. And we get to have that voice here and let people know what is going on in San Diego region, in our across border, and in our entire area there, and let them know what those concerns are. Get our message close to their ear also, because we need to have that weight. We need to have that concern brought across. And that's exactly what we're seeing here during these few days. It's going to be a short time. It's going to be very compact, but we're going to have an impact. And those here in Washington, D.C. are going to know that the San Diego region, multicultural and multinational region coming together is here, and we have a voice. Thank you very much.
We'll go to questions now.
Yeah, I just, whoever wants to answer, what are the challenges do you think you're facing with this new administration? And if it's a specific topic as well, address that.
Sure. I think as all of our speakers said today, we stand ready to work with the Trump administration, and that's exactly why we're here. But a real theme for all of us is the real impacts of tariffs, cuts to important things like NIH funding, and we're very, very concerned about that impact on our $2.5 billion Cali Baja regional economy. And also the trickle-down effects on our small businesses cannot be unstated. So a lot of concerns right now about the decisions from these recent executive orders that are already having very direct impacts on the economy.
Yes, I would like to say something about that too. On February, after the announcement of the new tariffs that were going to be imposed into different areas, I made a proposal for my state to start a table, a conversation table with different authorities, federal level, state level, municipal level, and businessmen, people that make the wheel of the money go around. And my proposal is now in a federal level, which is not going to be also just happening in Baja, but will be happening throughout Mexico, so that in any way we can compensate and offer incentives to different corporations so that the impacts of the tariffs can be somehow absorbed. And instead of looking at this as a challenge, we can look at this as an opportunity. And the reason why I'm here is because our economies and our problems in ecology and in every aspect, health, is intertwined with California. We are one region divided by a border, but we go back and forth and everything just works together. We cannot fall into an economic whole. We need to thrive and look forward to find solutions. And I believe that through dialogue and being heard, and that people here in Washington gets to understand what the problem and impact holds into this specific area, I think we could probably find real solutions to this, and not only have Mexican federal, state, and local governments working to find a solution and make it as an opportunity to get new investment, but we could probably get the different regions locally and statewide and federal people to understand in the government that maybe those tariffs do not apply into this region. Thank you.
If I could, I think we have a lot of different topics here, and we could deal on specific issues. But I think the overall deal is we're going through a period of extreme change, and change by itself is not bad, but it's change. And during this change, there is a huge amount of uncertainty. And both our businesses and our government levels, we don't plan for today, we plan for tomorrow. And when you're in with all this uncertainty and you're trying to do either your business, you're trying to service your community, you're trying to concentrate on that. And with all this uncertainty and with all the social media telling us from a million different directions, a million different facts, which probably 99% of them aren't even true, that uncertainty is compounded that much more. So it's dealing with the uncertainty that really hampers our ability to either govern or to do our business.
All right. Thank you guys so much.